What is that,
pointed
mate?
at my shoes that you bought me, that are the same as your shoes, went, Russell Brand shoes.
Bloody
Like
cheek. How dare they? Those shoes were worn by the Beatles in the 60s. They've got a rich heritage. So, all right, yeah, talk to us about fights if you want to, or talk to us about illnesses and lies. Send us text messages. It helps us to hear from you. Bring us breakfast. We're in the Ton, Holyrood Road. Come down, or perhaps, you know, just come down and do some erotic dancing for us, regardless of your gender. I'd like a big tubby fella to come here and grease himself all up with oils. Hello, someone's arrived. No, it's not. It's not someone to do. Have they got breakfast, these people?
oh, look.
There's people with food for us.
Look at this.
Oh, they're arriving. Brilliant. Text us on 64046, or you can email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. Teenage lobotomy. The Ramones were doing that. You could never give a lobotomy to a teenager, could you? Would it be fair?
What's the point?
They did used to.
Did they? Who
To
did?
teenagers?
Matthew.
They did. They did to everyone. When that was first invented, they
They just give
overused
lobotomies,
it.
did they? Really? They were so
Yeah.
excited by the technology. It was the iPod of its day.
It really
we'll do a
wasn't.
lobotomy. We'll have another lobotomy. My bloody iPod don't work. iPods don't work, do they?
Of course they don't.
My one's broke.
Again.
Again, this new one just stopped working. Everyone who's got iPods will know.
Oh,
iPods.
fools, don't buy them. Buy the one that I've got.
What have you got,
I've got a
Trevor?
well-known alternative.
What have you got? A gramophone? Have you?
I've got a little bird in a cage.
You do that you've trained?
Yeah.
A minor bird?
He can do 2 songs.
Yeah, what can he do?
As does the old... Green
Green sleeves.
Yeah, the green sleeves, yeah. And it's now or never.
I'd have that
Come
bird
home.
strangled if I were you, Trev. Sounds like a right jerk.
What's happened to it? I fixed yours once, didn't I?
Yeah, you fixed it. You've learned how to get inside them, ain't you?
Yeah, but the new ones I can't get inside.
Well, you sound like you're a gentleman thief. Like, trying to crack codes. Can't get inside the new ones, but I'll find a way. So help me God, I'll find a way. So Russell Brand of 6 Music, that's what's happening now. Trevor, you all right over there, dear?
I'm very well. Not, I'm hungry. Where's my breakfast?
Where's your breakfast, Trev? Where's your fudge? Bring us breakfast to the Holyrood. Where are we? Hollywood Road.
Ton.
The Ton.
The Ton. At the back of it, the BBC building. Just turn up. There'll be security at the door. They go, what do you mean you've turned up here with breakfast? And just go, we've got breakfast for Trevor, Russell and Matt. I'm vegetarian, incidentally. So, Trevor, what illnesses have you had? Didn't you spend your entire
Turn
childhood...
your phone off.
Turn it off, Trev! Didn't you spend your whole childhood being in an hospital or something?
Yeah, I did, yeah. No,
That's
no.
always made me laugh, that
Not in a
story.
hospital.
Weren't you educated at home?
I wasn't educated.
Weren't you
that's why
educated
she-
in the garage?
I wasn't, yeah.
Because you couldn't get on with the other children, because of your odd nature, because of your bizarre personal appearance.
They built a little house for me in the trees.
A little tree
I
house
had a
for
tree
you.
house and I lived there for a while.
You poor, poor little sod. Trevor, what are your anecdotes regarding illnesses that you've had, dear?
Well, one illness was in Peru when I went to dinner
Oh, here we
once.
go.
Well, I'll do
Peru.
another anecdote if
No,
that's
no,
the
do that
attitude
one.
straight away.
Do that one.
Tell us about Peru.
Went to dinner.
Well, hold on, let me guess. You're in Peru.
I was in Peru.
You're in a room.
There's a
Someone's
ceiling.
boot came through the ceiling. Does a boot come through a ceiling
Mate.
at any point in this anecdote?
Only twice has a boot ever come through a ceiling in my life, let alone in an anecdote.
Let alone the world
it's
of
happened more
anecdotes.
than twice.
Bloody hasn't.
He's mentioned
A
Matthew.
plumber came for a roof. A
plumber,
boot came for a roof.
boot.
That plumber was wearing soft plimsolls. He wasn't wearing a boot.
Well, that's
Those are
against
plimsolls.
regulations. You should have had steel toe caps. He should be struck off the plumber's register
It was
if
the
there is such a thing.
70s. It was the late 70s. It was 1981.
Also, it's like Confessions of a Plumber. He was like a Robin Asquith style plumber, was he? Come
Not in
out
ones, not in the late
with his
70s.
balls exposed. I'll
silly.
come to work with your spatchcock.
Oh, please.
What kind of life are you living, Locke?
Look,
Yeah.
I was
Go on,
invited
see-
round.
Is this in Peru?
This is in
It's
Peru.
called a stopcock, a bird. Spatchcock's a little bird.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know about plumbing. It's a miracle I was that close. Isn't it, really? Just applaud me for doing that well.
Well done.
So, Russell, you're not that good at plumbing. Jesus Christ. You've
Come
seen
on,
me living
Trev.
my life. I can't work the washing machine. Go on then, Trev.
So we went round to the Gonzaleses for dinner.
Ah, the Gonzaleses. Lovely couple, aren't they, the Gonzaleses?
They were family.
Speedy being the patriarch of the family. Arriba, underlay. Take that, Trev.
Now, listen.
How long did you live in Peru?
Well, on and off for a few years, you know.
Why on and off? Why did you have to do it in that fashion?
Well, I kept coming back, didn't I?
What, because the people of Peru were sickened by you?
No, I had things to do.
Did a myth arise that there was some horrible demon living in the village, stealing people's children, killing people's pets, scoffing fudge? Did a mythology build up around you, Trev? Did they call you something like El Nino or El Chico Malo?
They called me Trevorifico and...
Trevorifico, you liar. They didn't, did they, Matt?
and
Of course they did.
No one would call him
I don't think he's
Trevorifico.
been to Peru. I think he had a little pop-up book of Peru and he sat in his room when he was ill
Yeah.
for that
all
year.
ill
that
when
he
he's a
couldn't go to
child.
school.
under his ridiculous stinking eiderdown, tenting it up with self-abuse.
Oh, stop.
Come on, Trev, be honest.
Silly, not true.
Go on then, what happened? Silly, not true.
Silly, not
Silly, not true. Oh, it's Big Bad Trev. Come on, Trev. Yeah. You've heard me telling an anecdote about ceilings and boots coming through it. You don't want to see me doing kung fu kicks, baby. Come on, Trev, tell us about what happened at your night with the Gonzaleses.
It wasn't a night, it was a lunchtime, and we went round there, and they were quite good because they've got 2 special maids that can do good cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2 special maids that can do good
So
cooking.
they're called cooks.
I wonder, Matt. What could these special maids be? Do they sound mysterious creatures? I reckon they should be cookero maids. Maido chefs.
They do good cooking.
They can
look,
do
it's very
good
early.
cooking.
Come on.
Big Bad Trev.
So we went round there, and there was loads of people there.
Who's we?
Me and
You
my
and some dead guinea pigs you always claiming are
And
in
some
bloody
friends.
Peru with you.
and
Some friends? Who are they? What are their names?
I'm not going to tell you their names, and
Why?
to preserve their anonymity.
Are they part of one of your rings, one of your online rings? Have you got to protect their identities?
don't say that.
Oh, Christ.
Anyway, what happened was, we started eating a fish dish,
A fish dish,
A fish
eh?
dish.
That better not be a euphemism.
and they were it's a very rare and special dish that takes
Why
a
is
lot of
it rare?
preparation.
Why are you doing that ridiculous flourish with your hands?
He always does these ridiculous flourishes with his
I
hands.
do flourishes with my hands to sort of emphasise my language. But it's useless on the radio, but you 2 respond to it,
It makes
and
us
therefore
feel
it works.
sick.
Doesn't make you feel sick.
Semaphoring sign all over, whipping your hands all over the place. It just looks odd,
It
Trevor.
frenzies you up. Anyway, so
I
one
ain't
person
frenzied, I'm furious.
started going, "Oh, Martha, you're going a little bit red."
Right, that's one friend's name, Martha. Got
Yeah.
that? We'll
And-
track her down
and
kill her
then-
like a dog.
and then-
been involved in this filth.
And then someone said, "Oh, Dee Dee, you look a little bit red."
Dee Dee, this is the Ramones. It's just because he was the Ramones. Then Tommy and Johnny came out. Oh, crazy days, crazy days. People think it's
Such a
glamorous, but we
small
worked really
world
hard.
you guys live in. Tiny little slit that you look at the world through.
Trevor, the only person here who's obsessed with tiny little slits is you, mate. He'll probably get us all banged up. Now get on with his anecdote.
So I think, oh, this is silly. People worrying about what colour they're going round the dinner table.
What, people
Come on.
all going red round the table?
Yeah, they're saying they're going red. I thought,
Probably just because they're in your company. They're
And-
blushing with the
They're
shame.
not worried about what colour they're going. It's the fact they're going red.
Yeah, it's a symptom,
whatever.
Trev. Don't you understand nothing about signs and signifiers
Well, I thought
and
it was all-
semiology?
I-
Ain't you read Umberto
Oh,
Eco?
stop it. I just thought they were getting a bit carried away. Anyway, then my friend, she started to go red.
Uh-oh.
And then...
God.
Oh no, not enough one's gone red. What happens next? A
Cut
boot
to-
comes through a ceiling.
Cut to 30 minutes later,
to.
every single person around that dinner table, that is 12 people, is lying in a bed in a hospital.
Oh
on a drip.
my God!
Really?
On
Yeah.
a single drip.
The
There
only-
weren't even enough drips to go round.
The
They
only
should have just
one-
given them some Lucas.
The only one who wasn't was
Other
you.
drinks
The only one that
available.
wasn't was me, but I get there, and when I get there,
Why aren't you
I'm
ill?
standing-
What
Why
did
aren't
you
you
do to the
ill?
fish?
Are
'cause
you
I
a
get-
witch doctor?
I get a delayed
You're
reaction.
in league with Satan.
I went
You're
down-
the Robert Johnson of Peruvian lunches.
Listen, mate, I went down like a sack of potatoes. It was like somebody was putting a mallet through my head.
I wish someone would, Trev. I wish someone would come through a ceiling
don't.
with a mallet and smash your
No, you
skull
don't.
open like a dirty
You
little
don't.
egg.
You don't want that.
I want
Hang
it.
on, hang
You
on,
don't,
hang
you're
on,
saying that
let's get
because
to
you
the
think
bottom
it
of
makes
Let's get to the bottom of this
So
mystery.
I'm there, seeing everybody on drips. Oh, they've all collapsed
All
and
on
fainted. They've all
drips.
been getting injections, and then suddenly my head starts to implode and squeeze like it's in a vice.
Feel like it's imploding.
It was, and I collapsed
Because it
on
didn't
the floor.
actually implode, Trev. Otherwise,
collapsed.
you wouldn't be here
Ridiculous.
now, thank God. There'd just be a little man with a Malteser on his shoulders.
Sometimes-
That'd be a great day for all of us. Little Malteser head, Trevor, cockadillock ear. Go on, what happened? Will you wrap up this boring anecdote,
I told
Trev?
you, when it ends up, we're in
Boring.
hospital, aren't we?
I
Yeah,
wish
it
you
was.
were in
And they
hospital,
give us an
Trev.
anecdote, and
They give you an anecdote. I'm afraid you're very ill. But did I tell you I was playing golf earlier today? And I was wearing my favourite golfing trousers. Antidote, Trev, not anecdote. You mug.
I made a simple little mistake with my mouth.
The producer
man
said
make-
to me, Ronnie, here's some penicillin. You daft little sod.
Can't a man make a little mistake with his mouth
What
on a
your
Sunday
dad
morning?
did, impregnating your poor mum.
Oh, come on.
Stop
Oh,
it.
come on.
Listen.
Right, okay. Let's have...
anyone die?
Did anyone? Of course they did.
No,
They're
but
all
I
dead.
tell you what, we would have died, and sometimes whole villages die out in Peru because the fish get a disease and
That
very
is
hot.
why they call you El
And
Chico
if you,
Malo.
if you can't get to
El
a doctor
Pasco Cruel.
to get the anecdote, the antidote.
Antidote, Trev!
I did that deliberately.
You liar! OK, we've got some text messages here. Morning, Russell. It was great seeing you in Edinburgh. Remember, you're still the only man to turn the local lesbians straight. From Merck, the blonde one. There, what an endorsement. Converting lesbians all over the
Is there a
place.
story behind that we want to hear?
I've not had it off with no lesbians, but let me tell you something. As you know, Helen, who works with us at our company, Vanity Projects, my assistant, Helen, lovely lady, happens to be a lesbian. Trevor Locke, the disgusting animal that he is, finds this somehow abhorrent and managed to find his way into Helen and Shazzy's bed. Now, why was that, Trevor? Why were you in bed with some lesbians
Well,
recently?
I don't believe they're lesbians, quite frankly.
Disgusting.
I wanted to test it. I wanted to put them
Who
through it.
really is a lesbian until they can say they've had Trevor Locke?
I mean, that is when you absolutely confirm your lesbian status. I'm almost thinking of becoming a lesbian just because of having to look at Trevor Locke too much. I just want to exist in a sexual genre that is never going to come across him. We're here with Neil Strauss. Hello, Neil Strauss.
Hey, good morning.
Neil Strauss is the author of a number of books, like The Game, a book about seduction and womanising gurus that exist the world over. That's how I understand it. And also The Dirt, that biography on Motley Crue, eh?
Yeah.
That's on probably loads of other stuff.
Yeah, like a bunch of decadent.
Decadent.
Jenna Jameson, the porn star, I did a book with her.
So you're drawn to smut, aren't you?
Pretty much.
I bet you're...
And I'm doing a children's book next.
Oh, Christ.
No, I'm not.
Oh, God help us all. Like, so you're drawn, it would seem, to the sexual underside of life.
Or just the dark side.
The dark
Anything
side
dark.
is...
Yeah.
So, yeah, that right. So, I mean, let's go for all this,
Are
because
you
it's pretty
including
interesting.
yourself in that category?
Why?
Well, Neil's come down to your show.
I'm not part of the...
Sexual underside.
The sexual undercarriage, the dark undercarriage of existence with moss growing on it, with heather and lilac. Listen, my undergrowth is a lovely place. So, you've written... Right, so that Motley Crue book...
Right. Then, I spent a year living with Dave Navarro while I was, like,
Did ya?
deep in, drug addiction, shooting up coke every 15 minutes. And
Blimey, what a lot of pressure. Every 15 minutes.
yeah, here's a great... I'm like, it seems like when you didn't shoot up coke in your day.
No, I did not.
Okay, good for you.
Under an awful lot of pressure. For every 15 minutes,
so, and I was
nothing
like-
done.
and I was
Also,
like-
I didn't like uplifting drugs. Heroin's what I prefer.
Exactly.
Although all drugs are terrible.
He would take that maybe to go to sleep or to take him
Cocaine to go to sleep?
No, he'd take the heroin
Oh,
again at
right.
night to
I was
cut off the
thinking, my
edge.
God, he must be very upbeat
Exactly.
if he considers cocaine a sedative. He got a lot of energy.
And he was like, I was like, it's like gasoline to keep your car running. And he goes, but gasoline doesn't eventually deteriorate your car.
No, it doesn't. Although a lot of cars do have built-in obsolescence to make sure that we keep purchasing cars. You are an American gentleman. You understand the nature of consumerism.
So that metaphor was completely wrong, is what you're saying.
Is he,
I'm saying it's a good bloody metaphor. I liked it. I
is
thought
he
it was
married to
brilliant.
Carmen Electra?
He is married to Carl, isn't he? Or they're not getting on.
That's kind of iffy right now.
Are you their marriage
Really?
counsellor? You look as if you were on delicate ground there. I really shouldn't talk about this because Carmen Electra.
Oh, I don't
came on
care.
our show
It's
once.
out. They're like separating. And the
Good,
worst
because she's
part.
attractive. I'm glad to have
Yeah.
her back on the loose. I've gone well with her when she came on. She came on our MTV's show.
She humoured him for at
She's
least 10
humoured
minutes.
me for 10 minutes. That's the closest I get to affection these days, is people not pointing out that I'm mentally ill.
Right, well, one more reason to come to LA.
Yeah, all right, yeah, we'll come to LA. We'll come over there to start our film careers, won't we? We're making films soon, why not? So now this book, right, we'll go through everything you've ever done.
Right.
But this book, The Game, right?
Right.
So can you explain it to people that might not know anything about
Yeah,
it?
the backstory is there's this whole world out there of these guys, and they're all connected, and they're like the world's greatest pickup artists, and like
This is real, isn't it?
this is real,
Yeah.
and
They
it's
really exist.
and
They're the
tens
world's
of
greatest
thousands of
people.
guys who all try to like learn from their tips and techniques, and it's everywhere. It's like not just like LA, New York, Chicago. It's in London. It's in Amsterdam, and they're in layers. Like every city has a
Layers?
layer. Yeah.
If you're trying to pick up women, probably the first thing not to do is call your abode a lair. Hello, you look attractive. Would you like to come back to my lair? I mean dungeon, I mean hellhole, I mean boudoir. Ah,
Exactly.
I'm interested.
And I didn't go like undercover as a journalist to like bust it open. I went as the guy who's like, I was like always in friend zone my whole life.
Right.
Like you can meet them, you could talk to them, then you'd be sitting across from them in the room.
Trevor Locke.
Trevor Locke.
Locke's little ears have picked up there because Trevor Locke lives in the friend zone.
What does that mean? I don't know what the friend
It means
zone
you
means.
don't have it off with women, Trevor, because you get all friendly with them like some sort of nufta.
Look, I treat
Well,
women as
close,
friends.
Trevor, close.
I don't want to have off.
Close it, close it.
I don't like it. I don't find sex disgusting.
Trevor finds sex disgusting. He's like Kenneth Williams. He looks down at his own googlies and just goes, oh no, oh dear, and just pokes them with a chopstick.
No, I don't.
You do, Trev. You poke him with a chopstick.
I just met Trevor. Am I allowed to say something or no?
Attack him.
Okay, no, I'm just not going to attack him. I'm going to say
Attack.
unbutton one button.
Unbutton.
Right there.
Which button?
On the top.
Your fly button?
No.
Oh, my button.
Oh,
Okay.
Trevor, don't turn everything
He's
into
been
sex.
a new guest on the show, and he's already...
Already going for the fly.
So that's